Check it out, we rapping for the Texans. Put it in, Crenshaw, Bridge, reflexes. Houston rap style, we bringing the heat. Talking Texas football, none can compete. Got the best podcast, the livest in the game. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Remember the name, we talking draft picks. We talking defense, we break it all down. No nonsense. H-Town with the run showdown. On the mic, talking Texas football. Every Wednesday night with special guests dropping knowledge. Taking the stage, digging in Crenshaw, Briggs. Be holding it down in the H-Town, wiping it down. Talking touchdowns in H-Town. Houston culture, we holding it down. Talking news and rumors, keeping it real. No filter, we got the Texans appeal. The Lone Star City, we're living it up. Talking all things Texas, we can't get enough. From the football field to the concrete jungle, we're repping H-Town. Ain't nothing humble, bitch.
Yo. Welcome to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host for today, Crenshaw. And let me introduce y'all to the trio, the quadrupio. We dripping down. We slowing it down. We got Mr. Ruben 713 in the building. Talk to him.
What's going on, boys? Tough one today. Happy to be here, man. Let's get into it.
And we got Mr. Kenneth the Messenger. Talk to him.
What's good, everybody? What's good, Texas Nation? Tough loss, but yeah.
We here. We got Mr. Bo Diggity 713. Talk to him.
Yo, what's good? Y'all was happening.
You know the vibes, and we got Chef Briggs in the house. Talk to him.
Just in another false start for Lemry Tunsil.
Another false start. Another false start. You couldn't say that. You could say that. All right, boys. Let's get up into this game. This game was so ugly. I really don't know where to start. This reminded me of last year when we played the Jets. We got our ass whooped against the Jets, bro.
That,
okay, my boy Ruben said it's worse than the Jets because you know why? The field was good. The Jets field was bad last year. So I guess you're right about that. But like I said, I don't know where to start, man, because my mind is still messed up over this game. So I'm gonna let you guys, whoever want to go first, just let it out, bro. Just let it out today.
You want to go, Kenneth?
Go, Ken, because you was talking a lot of shit, bro. Go get it.
Hey, first off, horrible game by the whole organization. Just gonna put it out there. Trash.
Top to
garbage.
bottom.
Top to bottom, garbage. Laramie Tussle, like, yeah, we get you block great, you know what I'm saying? Great pass blocker, even good at run block, you know what I'm saying? But these false starts gotta stop. And my thing is, I don't know if it's gonna stop in the next game or the game after that, but bruh, these false, and then in the press conference, he's saying it's a team thing. Like, bro, you the one who jumping. Everybody see you jumping.
I have the full quote if you need it.
Like, bruh. And then Titus, we shouldn't have paid him. And I'm not overreacting when it comes to Titus. We shouldn't have. At this point, I feel like we should have kept Faint. Because, bruh, like Titus, I don't know what you're doing out there. Mason, supposed to be a vet. Like, and it's crazy. It's mainly our older guys on the O-line. And then Bobby Slowett. Sorry, I don't know if that was Pep Hamilton and Bobby out there calling plays. Like, I just don't understand. And yeah, that's all I'm saying right now. I ain't gonna keep going, man. I'm just frustrated. It was just crashed by the whole team.
All right, we're gonna come back to you, Ken, because we got some questions for you. But Ruben, go ahead and drop the whole slogan that Laramie Tunsil said to Mr. Aaron Wilson.
Yeah, so according to Aaron Wilson, Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil on false starts. False starts, I want people to understand we all have to be on the same communication. I'll take accountability because they're calling my name, but it takes all of us. Laramie Tunsil, you've been false starting since Deshaun Watson was your quarterback. I remember that Monday night game against the New Orleans Saints. You had two. It has been a consistency every single year. You're going to have 10 plus false starts, and now it's on a weekly basis where you are hurting this Houston Texans team. I mean, what was it? 6 penalties on Laramie Tunsil by himself, some false starts, some illegal formations. You cannot have that. And you have a captain patch on your chest. You cannot sit there and say, I'm an all-pro. You cannot put the googly eye emojis every time a new offensive tackle gets paid and say, yeah, I need that when you're giving me 2 false starts a game. And like Kenneth said, I know how good you are in the pass protection area. I know you're okay in the run game, but that all negates when you are causing 3 to 5 penalties, and for you not to take accountability for any of it and say, yeah, I would just say it's me because they say my name. That is so disappointing to hear. Last year, we heard D'Amico Ryan say, there is no energy vampires in this locker room. We don't need that. Lermy Tunsil is one. And maybe I'm overreacting to this, but it's been that bad for Lermy Tunsil to start the season. It's been that way for his past 4 or 5 years with this team. It's getting frustrating. Bobby Slowick, I'm not going to say fire Bobby Slowick just yet. However, you are on the suspect watch because I mentioned this last week. We have yet to see this offense blow up. And we thought it was going to be week 3 against Minnesota. Absolutely not. If we go to Jacksonville next week and we have the same offensive performance, if we go after that against the Bills and have the same offensive performance, the conversations are going to swiftly change about Bobby Slowick, who in the offseason was getting interviews for head coach. We thought we were going to lose Bobby Slowick. After today, I don't think he's going to get that many interviews in the offseason. The offensive line, and me and Bo got into this in week 1, right? Crenshaw asked the full potential of this offensive line. And Bo said, what's the full potential? And man, I agree, because what is the full potential of this Houston Texan offensive line? You have invested 2 first-round picks in Lermy Tunsil. You have also made him a high-paid left tackle. You spent a first-round pick on Kenyon Green. You spent a second-round pick on Juice Scruggs last year. You traded and extended Shaq Mason on a 3-year deal. And like Kenneth said, we should have not paid Titus Howard. Like, you've invested so many first-round picks, so many deals. The only players to get 3-year extensions, like the first players, was Laramie, Titus, and Shaq. And going into this season, I was so hyped for this offensive line, and it's just a continued disappointment every single year. This Houston Texan offensive line is just not where it needs to be.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right, man. We invested too much money in this offensive line to still be having the same issues week in and week out. Matt, go ahead. I heard you about to talk.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like I get it. Lermy Tunsil, the penalties it's out of hand, and I don't care. Somebody needs to listen. Every penalty he has, $5 million needs to come back out of his contract. Like, something needs to be happening. This is crazy. But for the fans wanting him benched or traded, like, hold up. Like,
I was hold up until I saw that quote. Like, now it's like, that. Okay, dude, what's going on here?
That you're right. All you said is right, but I still look without Tunsil, Stroud is getting hurt more than what he is.
Maybe I don't know.
Are you sure?
I don't know because we need some accountability here.
Come on now.
I'm positive because from Tunsil, 0 sacks, 0 pressures. So I would take that.
A false start, damn near a sack. We going back 5 yards.
We can come back from penalties. We can't come back from losing Stroud for this season.
Man, we did not come back on third penalties today. Imagine we're in the playoffs. Lord forbid we're in the AFC Championship and it's false start, illegal formation.
You're right. I get that. But that's something coach can handle. He has to get a hold of it. And it's not just him.
They say something
Howard, hold on. Howard had two penalties himself today and not let 3 sacks, one that got Stroud limping off the field. And nobody's pointing the finger at Howard except for Keno. Like, well, in YouTube, but I'm just saying, on the timeline, like, Howard has to go. Mason has to go. Nobody's saying the tip pass came from Howard and Mason. They're not engaging the line.
I think the difference, Matt, is because we don't look at those two as all pros like we look at Tunsil. We hold Tunsil to a higher standard.
Mason's been an all pro.
Huh?
Mason's been an all pro.
Been past tense. That was a long time ago.
Okay. He still needs to be held to that standard.
He just got here.
So it's much different when Laramie is telling you every single year, I'm an all pro. He is tweeting every single time a tackle gets paid. He was not there at all during training camp, and look at where we're at. And here, and like Crenshaw said, are we sure CJ won't get touched if Laramie Tunsil gets benched? We were without, Laramie 4 games last week, and 2 games where there were 0 sack performances against the Jaguars, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dude, I was on your site. Do not bench him. But after seeing that comment and say, yeah, I'm only going to take accountability because my number was called, and you're a captain. Like, are you insane?
And always the first one jumping. Like, how can he say that, bro? That makes 0 sense. And I get the protection, but bro, the false starts got to stop. You're a captain.
I've been saying that for
really
what?
A captain.
I've been saying that for what?
To the sideline, like it is what it is. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, that's my fault. Like, is anybody gonna say something to him? Somebody got to say something to him. Somebody.
I've been saying that since day one. Even Crenshaw said, "Look, this is Matt." Like from day one. He's a false start. You can guarantee 2 false starts from Laramie Tunsil.
All right. Bo, Mr. Offensive Line, tell us the reason why in the hell he's been here 5-6 years. He keep false start on home and road games. What can we do in the future to stop this shit, bro? Talk to us.
Until Cal McNair, Nick Casario, D'Amico Ryans, Bobby Sloan, until they pull that man Tunsil aside and say, "Look, you're hurting us." And at the end of the day, they're tiptoeing around him. Like Ruben said, he hasn't been in training camp. I heard on the radio that D'Amico would make the offensive line run when on training camp when they made mistakes and penalties. But guess who wasn't there to get the repercussions? Tunsil. So at the end of the day, until you sit that man down, let him know what is going on, how serious it is. If you have to involve finding him, taking money from him to let him wake up, understand that this is not a fashion show. This is the NFL. I don't care about your little man purses. I don't care about your fits. I don't care about your little scarf around your neck. If you don't come to play, we will trade you. And I'm sick of it. It's never going in.
Yeah, it was fine when we were losing.
He's been doing it since he got here. So it's nothing more I can say. I've been saying it from the jump. I don't understand how he gets all these accolades, Pro Bowls with these stakes. It is what it is.
Yeah, you're right. It is what it is because our expectation is much higher this year. So that's the reason why the shit got to stop. I mean, it's like your over under on his false starts. Well, got to be 1.5, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It has to be, bro.
It don't make any fucking sense, bro. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But all right, let's move on from beating up on Tunsil because he's got enough of that today.
No, he needs more.
I want to beat up on somebody real quick.
What's up? What you say?
I want to beat on D'Amico Ryans' thinking. Like how in the first half, Jefferson had 6 catches for 81 yards. Second half, he had 0. Yeah, he had 2 drop passes, but he had 0 catches for 0 yards. Like, why do you not start off with man pressing this guy? You know he's in the best league. I get it. You think, let's script the first half and make adjustments. You can't do that. You can't, especially against good teams like the Minnesota Vikings, against the Kansas City Chiefs, against the San Francisco 49ers. This is what's going to happen. Same thing on the offense. You cannot script plays and expect us to readjust in the second half and win. It's not going to happen. You got to adjust as the game goes. This zone. I get it. He's a zone loving guy, but this zone has to go, especially against great receivers.
Yeah, the bad part about it is the cornerbacks being back 10 yards. Like I don't understand that for the life of me, bro. I really don't get it. Like it's so. And then Justin Jefferson, you're gonna be 10 yards off of him. He's already lanky. He's not buff or nothing like that. You need to press him. And then the man did an inside slant, easy first down. And then luckily, I think that play I'm talking about, they called the flag and they brought it back. Luckily. But it's like I don't understand the logic of having. We thought it was Lovey just doing that, and then D'Amico. And I'm not gonna like overreact with D'Amico, but at the same time, like yo,
yeah, I'm not
you gotta press up. Like I don't understand why we're afraid to press up.
D'Amico's defense is keep everything in front, so you're gonna give him as much cushion as you want and swarm to the ball. But when you don't have the players to make that happen, it's gonna look bad, and that's why most of the receivers had to catch the ball, turn around, and got 5 yards untouched because we're giving them too much cushion. Until you can disguise your defense to where you're throwing in here and there, press here, man there, drop cover 2 here, it's going to be predictable. And that's why these quarterbacks like Sam Darnold, even Caleb Williams was dotting us up last week because it's too much room. They don't close the windows enough. We don't have the players to play the zone to close the windows enough. And that's why when you see us come down the field as offense, you're like, damn, nobody's open. Nobody's open. But when we're on defense, being open, spot open, Jefferson across the middle, wide open. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
Jefferson was not the reason why you lost this game, though.
Oh no, absolutely not.
No, so I think we're putting a little too much emphasis on one of the best wide receivers, and not the best wide receiver in the NFL, who was shut down in the second half.
It was too late.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, Ruben.
It was 14-0.
We
It
It was 14-0. How was it? How was it too
when
late?
your offense can't move the ball to score, it's too late. And then your offense put them in position to score the ball with what, 40 yards or less, those first 2 touchdowns? It's too late to change your ways now. Of course, yeah, we shut them down in the second half. Game over with. Doesn't matter.
And also Minnesota learned how to play without Justin Jefferson because he missed a lot of the season last year. But yeah, like I say, they was able to scheme their guys open, and we're not scheming our guys open. Last week the ESPN girl said Bobby Slowick is holding this offense back. A lot of people jumped on her back, but you come back this week, she might be saying, I told you, Texans fans, but it's still early. I usually really critique the team week 5. After week 5, we play the Bills, I believe. Then I can critique the team a little bit more. But this was an ugly ass game. I mean, from the jump, ugly. Now I got a question for you guys. Why don't I get he's a press man cornerback, but why doesn't Stingley follow the best wide receiver all over the field? Why doesn't he do that?
That's
Anybody?
D'Amico. Simple.
That's a D'Amico.
But can he just tell D'Amico, hey, let me do this? Can he just say that, or he got
shouldn't
to?
have to.
I think the
Here's the
defense
thing.
that he runs, I'm just guessing here. The defense that D'Amico's run, he wants to keep Sting out wide. And if you saw the game, they moved Jefferson all the way around. He was a slide, he was outside, he was one side, left side, right side. He was just all over the place. So, and then they kept doing hurry up offenses, so it killed them to where they had to, like, I guess, change formation, the personnel on defense. So it kept Texans on their toes for most of the game. So you really couldn't even set your defense up how you wanted to. So most of the time, they were just out there improvising the way it looked. It looked like they was improvising a lot. There was a lot of pointing like you got him and run over here. That's what it looked like.
Let's go back, though, to last year when we played the Browns. He followed Amari Cooper all over the place.
That wasn't a playoff, though.
And I get that. But at the end of the day, why not do that in the regular season? Like, I don't understand letting Kamari be one-on-one with Justin Jefferson. Like, he's a rookie. Don't get me wrong. Yes, he's been doing good, but why are you finna just trust a rookie on him? And then you gonna trust Eric Murray one-on-one? Like, are we serious right now? Eric Murray?
You know what? I got one for you, Kenneth. Is it because this might sound crazy? Is it because they want to keep him healthy? They don't want him to do too much, and then he gets hurt, and then the fans gonna blame D'Amico for him following receivers? Is that a reason why?
If you're afraid of that, then why not double him?
I agree.
Double him with Kamari and the safety,
and let other player be
everybody else one-on-one.
And also knowing this is his contract year, shouldn't he be doing most of the work? No.
Yeah, like
he maybe feel like he got the best agent, so he gonna get paid regardless.
I don't know, man. I need D'Amico to get more aggressive. He was aggressive last week with the blitzes. I feel like we didn't blitz Sam Darnold enough.
Yeah, our front line didn't look as good as we did the previous 2 weeks. We didn't get home enough. I mean, Sam was back there. I think he took a shit, wiped his ass, and still threw the ball. So we got to get better at that shit, bro. Like this doesn't make any sense. The run game, I knew the run game was gonna be bad, but boys, the run game was horrible today. I think Kenyon Green was probably our best offensive lineman today, bro. Unless I'm tripping.
Nah, you right, bro. You right.
It was just like all phases we got beat up, man. I mean, our best kicker. I mean, not our best kicker. One of the best kickers in the NFL missed the field goal. Then he had a kick out of bounds. That's uncharacteristic from him. I mean, it's like this game. I don't know. Did they get in late last night in Minnesota? Was they at Mall of America last night? Like, what happened, bro?
I have no idea. But I did want to ask y'all a question.
What's
Why
up?
was Cade Stover blocking Jonathan Grenard?
Ask Bobby Slowick because it was multiple times that happened.
Yes.
Multiple
That is
times that
insane.
happened.
That is insane. That's a rookie, and you've had Grenard here last year. You know what he can do, and you put a rookie tight end because he's a good blocker. Really,
It's because they love those 2 tight end sets.
if
That's the
anything,
reason why.
chip him, and help Tunsil keep
Yeah.
him contained. But 1-on-1, and you got steamrolled. Come on, son.
He ain't stand a chance. He ain't
Man,
stand a chance on him.
It's just ugly. And every time I say this, it's like the using Bill O'Brien was here. It just seemed like there was no offensive adjustments.
Mhm.
Like you saw the defense adjust because apparently just Jefferson didn't get any yards or a catch. So you saw the defense adjust, but the offense is just Slow just gets stuck in his game plan and says, "Hey, no, I got this scripted for the game. I'm not changing nothing. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing." Knowing that you really can't block for CJ right now. So you still got him dropping back, 7-yard drop backs, trying to get some open, and apparently you got the receivers running to the same side of the field. How do you
put Eric's quote up there?
The same side of the field? You got 3 receivers going the same direction? Come on now, Bobby. We're not done, Bobby. Come on now, man.
What was you saying, Ruben?
Put Eric's quote up there, please.
This one?
Yeah, because this was something that Bill Belichick talked about pregame for the Houston Texans. They asked him, how do you stop Justin Jefferson? And he said, well, you don't put Derek Stingley on him. You double him with your number 2 cornerback and one of your safeties, and then you double the other number 2 wide receiver with the quarterback and safeties, and have Derek Stingley go on the third guy, forcing the offense to beat Derek Stingley, to beat the defense with their third wide receiver. They definitely did that today, but I think that if it's not Justin Jefferson, like we might see him travel. But I just like this dude's legit. But that was some of the stuff that they ran today. Other than that, guys, Bo, I mean, you hit it right on the head, man. I mean, with Bobby Slow, it's frustrating, bro. And when you hear that, oh, this was a guy that almost became a head coach last year, right? You're going into this season thinking, oh man, I have year 2 of Bobby. There should be so much, consistency with this offense. They should know everything like a back of their hand. And so far, we have yet to see this offense win a game for this team.
But see, that's why it's so frustrating, because last year we saw what they did with just Nico out there.
Exactly.
And you got Tank and you got Schultz, and you can't move the ball. Like, it was times when I watched the game, like, God, this looks hard. They're struggling to move the ball.
Jackson should not be talking right now.
Oh, you're struggling. Granted, they're veterans, so they know schemes. They're veterans, but this defense is old. You couldn't move the ball on Gilmore, Griffin, Cashman. You couldn't move the ball on Harrison Smith. You couldn't move the ball on this defense. Is Brian Flores that good?
Yes, Brian Flores is that
good.
You heard Brock Purdy tell him last week, hey, man, your scheme is insane.
That scheme is insane, son. Like, all Madden type stuff right there.
Well, I don't know if y'all seen the stat, but there was a stat that they put up. No Kyle Shanahan offense from his tree has beaten Brian Flores' defense or put up 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. It has never been
Didn't
done.
Brock put up 300 last week, though?
No, they didn't put. Nope, they're under 200.
No, he had
he put up 319 yards.
312, because the offense almost had 400 yards on them.
But
you did say 2 touchdowns though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he had 2 touchdowns, but he did have over 300.
They're also undefeated against them too. So
yeah.
Look what he did against the Falcons in the Super Bowl.
But even in the beginning of the game, if y'all watching that game in the beginning, like before kickoff even started on the sideline, it just looked so low energy. It's like they knew. It's like the Texans knew what was going to happen, because they wasn't hype. They was just chilling, just stone face. Bad start, and then they pick. And I hate. And Matt said this in the chat, but also I agree with this. I hate when announcers be like, and he had to throw an interception and all these passing attempts. And as soon as that man said that, he dropped back and that pass got tipped for interception. So it's like, come on now, y'all.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, bro, he's gotten about 6 to 8 of those over his career. So it was bound to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gotten away with him. So
that's true. But just enough. No interception talk. I don't want to hear that. No more.
To go back what Ruben said, he's completely correct. But Crenshaw said last year, this is the real year for CJ because this is the year that they have game film on him.
A lot of
They
fans.
know what he wants, and that's what they're doing. They're taking away his best option and making CJ look like he's nothing.
But here's the thing: that shouldn't happen. What
Exactly,
Nico
that's what I'm saying.
Collins,
Bobby
Stephon
Slovis
Diggs,
is
and
it's not game planning. He's not making adjustments. Like Bo says, the defense is adjusting. Bobby Slogan is not. He's
So,
saying,
Kenneth, how long until we start having the conversation about Slowick, about he needs to go? Because it's already happening on Twitter, right? Shout out to Barrett, Pastor, AD, and those spaces going off right now. You know, it's all F Bobby, it's all F Laramie. You know, I'm all in there on the F Laramie. What's, you know, with Slowick, I don't know, man. If it's not there next week, you're gonna hear a lot of people ask for, you know, just to get rid of him.
Yeah, and that man, it really doesn't make sense because like the expectations from the jump, beginning of the year, before the season started, you know what I'm saying? We all high expectations, man, thinking we gonna be unstoppable. And of course we thinking that because why? CJ was balling without Stephon Diggs and he didn't have Tank Dell at the end of the season. But like you added all these weapons and it's like you can't figure it out. Like, and my question is, why in the world? It's I think it was 7-0. Why in the world is CJ under center 3 times in a row? And you run the ball twice. Why? We know we got a, and I'm not knocking Akers, but we got a third string running back, and you sitting up here trying to run the ball like this. Why? Get the ball to your receivers. If you got it, and it's crazy. I know we was mad at the reverses and stuff like that. We ain't seen that run reverse today at all.
Not at all.
All right.
And so, like,
I
why
got a
are you
question.
not getting the ball into these receivers' hands? And then you're going to throw a screen to Nico. And it's like, yo, like, I don't know what Bobby Sloak is doing. I really don't understand it. And I'm not, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's his play calling or is it CJ thinking too much. Like, that's what I'm not. Of course, I want to put more blame on Bobby because it's like, bro, you're not scheming this well right now. He's just not. But at the same time, I'm looking at CJ too. It's like, bro, are you thinking too much? Like, what's going on? Like, he back there just sitting and it's like, who's open? And it just makes you think, dang, is everybody running the same route and everybody in the same area? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right, I got a question. I got a question right here. Maybe I'm thinking too much into this, but we got to do a trick play to move the offense. Isn't that the disrespectful to our quarterback? Oh, I'm thinking too much into that.
No,
you're not doing too much. No, you're not. But
I mean,
that lets you know how bad Flores was beating up on our offense. How bad he was dominating us on offense. That you have to do a trick play to get a first down, not a touchdown, a first down, and you still couldn't get to the red zone after that. So it's insane.
It's embarrassing.
I'm glad Diggs didn't blow up on the sideline today. If he did today, I wouldn't have been mad at him.
Trying to rally the troops, man.
Look, nobody had the Texans going 17-0. So it's not like I'm upset about a loss.
I mean, the way these fans talk, it seemed like they did.
But my whole thing is like, you should have won this game because it's games on the line that you know going to be a real head scratching, going to be real tough down the line. But this game here, you had a quote unquote injured type Justin Jefferson. You had Sam Darnold, who isn't a great quarterback, but apparently he's been decent this year. Come on now, man. Like if there was a game for you to win, this is one of those games to win. So, but like I said, you're not gonna go 17-0. Just that this game was the way we lost was disappointing. If we lost by a field goal, I probably wouldn't be so down. But right now, 34-7.
Sam Darnold leading the league in touchdowns and Brock Purdy leading the league in passing yards. That's crazy.
I'm really done saying that we're gonna score over 20 points until we.
I think what I said last week.
Yeah, I know y'all said it last week. I'm really done, and it don't make no doggone sense, man. All this talent we have, and we can't score points. We can't score touchdowns. It's hard to even get first downs.
It's hard getting the red.
Maybe we need to just run hurry up offense, man.
Got to
keep the defense off rhythm. They can't sub and everything. Just hurry up. Maybe that's the way we need to do it. All this, motion this, motion that, and maybe we do hurry up offense. Then Thompson won't go false start every time. You know what I'm saying? Because when he sit there for 15 seconds, he got to think like, should I go back? Should I do this? Should I do that? Or maybe we need to tap him say, all right, bro, you can move now. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he on his own time.
The guard
got-
got to tap the center and Larry Tunsil. He's tapping the center and Larry Tunsil.
Yeah, you tap
ready?
both.
All right, you ready?
Yeah,
All
bro.
right.
We didn't do that right there,
I
man.
think
We need to do
Laramie on his
something.
own time, man. Honestly, he on his own time, especially what he said today.
Yeah.
Like what you saying? So the rest of the four need to be moving. When you move it, that's what you saying. That's your excuse.
Just make him the center then. Make him the center
Jeez.
and put
I
Scruggs.
will agree with one thing he said. The whole illegal motion. it
Yeah,
was
I
okay
agree with that
in
too.
2 games, but this game it wasn't okay. Like
I agree.
I
'Cause
agree
he was
with
wound
that.
up.
I agree with that, but the other stuff he said is out of pocket. Like, come on, man. But I agree. I gotta say with Ruben, weeks after week 6, if things don't change, then I think the tide of get rid of Bobby Slowick is the inset promotion. Like if things don't change in the coming weeks, it has to be right. Like you're too good for what's happening on the field right now. You got 2 good weapons to be what is producing on the field. It can't be happening.
I don't think they'll get rid of him. Maybe CJ need to call more plays. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they need to trust him more, like how Aaron Rodgers used to do. You know, just trust CJ more to call the plays, and then let
That's what
Bobby.
happened
You know,
last year against the Jags.
Huh?
That's what happened last year. CJ told him to trust me more against the Jags, and look what happened.
yeah. So maybe he need to call him out. You know, during the press conference this week. You know, maybe he need to call him out. I think that's what it is. But you know, it's something got to change. Like I said, the offensive line. Just I guess we all need to pray. It's Sunday. You know, we need to pray tonight. You know, do something. Ruben, I don't know. Last night you was drinking or something. That's why the offensive line
It was up
messed
last night. It was up. We were at sidebar. It was tough.
You know what I'm saying? But all right. Anything else you fellas have that you want to talk about from this game? Offense, defense, special teams, coaching.
That Daniil Hunter roughing the passer was not a roughing the passer.
That was terrible. He was already falling down right there.
You got to put down into the quarterback.
And Will Anderson Jr. needs to be a better actor. I saw him getting held a lot out there, man. You need to start throwing your hands up or something, bro. Because
never call later on this on them.
He need to call JJ. JJ was good.
Other than that, boys, what can we say? We got our ass beat.
You got to ask.
You know, you only put up 7 points.
Humble pie.
Man,
With,
we better put up. We
Take
better
your
put up
lickings
30.
and move on to the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we better put
all
up
you
30
do.
next week.
It's crazy, but in one loss, we learned that fucking Tunsil only cares about 78, you know?
Yeah.
And I really hope this doesn't lead to something further.
What
But
do you mean?
well, I mean, if I'm Kenyon Green, if I'm Juice Scruggs, I'm looking at him like, okay, so it's all of our fault then, which it really is. But you don't expect a captain to be saying something like that. You expect it to say, yeah, look, as a leader of the offensive line, I do need to do a better job of getting these false starts corrected. And it's something that I could, do better heading into practice. That's all he had to say.
Ruben, but how is it Juice and Kenyon fault?
Well, okay, so some false starts this week, some false starts last week, or because the center did not snap. You've heard the phrase everyone but the center. So in that term, he is correct. It's not always Laramie Tunsil. So he knows what the snap count will be, right? And so him getting penalized, regardless of if the center snaps the ball or not, it's just going to happen. So it's just when you have young guys like Kenyon Green, when you have young guys like Juice Scruggs, you don't do stuff like that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, like at this point, he might need to just go in and look at that ball before he start backing up.
But then don't be calling yourself an all-pro. Don't be tweeting every time someone
Yeah,
gets
I
paid,
always want to put the googly eyes when somebody
and
gets
that's
paid.
the main thing that I'm frustrated about, right? Like that, right? That's like if I F up this podcast almost every single week, right? I'm lagging, I'm doing something wrong, and I'm like, well, they have to, have their shit working too. So it's not just, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He just won't take accountability. And his little, I don't know. At this point, I think he a diva. That's what I'm finna start thinking.
No, he's been a diva. He's been a diva.
He's a straight up diva. And he got Titus on there too.
Yeah. He's definitely a diva.
I think we need him to bring that gas mask. Maybe that will knock some sense into him.
That's probably why he acted the way he acted. He's
Son, the
still,
whole-
you know what I'm saying? Probably
listen,
getting the hop before the game. That's probably what he doing.
the
You know,
whole
he's
Hawaii
probably
game
watching
is
this right now, just
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at his bank account, like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what these guys are saying.
at all.
Engineer
Don't
says,
get
Ruben, the
confused.
bigger issue is the false starts aren't meaningless mistakes. Buddy is trying to stat pad and will continue to do it. No, I didn't say they weren't meaningless mistakes. They're hurting you. It was fine when you only had 7 wins in 3 years, because what's a false start when you're already down 10, 13, 14 points? But when you have these Super Bowl aspirations, these deep playoff aspirations, and you're
It doesn't
doing
matter.
that,
Yep.
it's going to kill you. It killed you today. Like,
Yep.
bro, I've never seen a team, as Matt yells at his kids, right? I've never seen a team consistently, like, just so much inflicted
I'm
wounds.
taking my
back
anger on
back
Tumble on them,
back.
okay?
Like, that's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Trade him at this point. Trade
And
him.
the crazy thing is, it's not just the false starts is when it's done, right? Like it's mostly on third downs when he gets the false starts.
Oh,
like
and
that-
that's what hurts, bro.
Yeah.
That's, you know, a 3rd and 2. I'm feeling great. Yeah, I'll take CJ on the 3rd and 2. 3rd and 7, you're like, right. We'll see. And it's just continuing.
Didn't it happen like twice or 3 times in a row?
That's
And
what I'm
two was on
telling
him?
you, bro.
Yeah.
Like we were literally on our 30-yard line, and it was false start, illegal formation.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, I'm sorry. Trade him. I'm sorry.
what are you supposed to do?
I'm sorry. Trade him.
And
And I know it's week 3,
Right.
but this been going on for years. And at this point, figure something out. I mean, when you trade him, make sure you get a good left tackle back. And I'm not saying a great left tackle, but try to get something back. I mean, at this point, I might just be okay with Fisher going out there. At this
Okay,
point,
put Blow in.
shoot, God dang it, bro! Like
but
these false
you
starts,
can't bench him, bro, because of how good he is in pass protection.
you
That's
can't bitch him. I
this
get
is what
that.
makes this situation so shitty. Is
Yeah.
that we know he could shut down Micah Parsons, shut down Myles Garrett, but I mean, you're giving me 12 false starts a year.
And the other thing is, bro, like another thing to tie in with our O line, like I know, like yes, our O line is not looking good, but also the connection between CJ and Bobby is not there. It's not there. It's really not there. And like I'm not gonna harp on CJ. Like I love CJ Stroud. He's our franchise. But brother, I need you to get rid of this ball like quick. We and maybe Bobby call some plays so he can get rid of the ball quick. We was doing this last year. He
I
was
feel
getting
like
rid of
we
the
had
ball
this
quick.
combo last year, though, Kenneth, of like Bobby not really
Every
opening
year.
up the playbook, and
Yeah, but
here
CJ
we
was
are
getting rid of the
again.
ball. We was playing the Steelers. We didn't have Titus. We didn't have Tussle. Who else was missing? Juice and Kenyon wasn't
Anthony
playing,
Green was missing,
but
yeah.
he was getting rid of
Kendall
the ball
Green.
like this, quick,
Kendall
quick,
Green.
like let's go. And them blitzes did not phase him. But now this year, it's been phasing him so far. The Bears and now the Vikings. Like it, I don't understand, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot that needs to be fixed. I hope
We need to see him against a shitty defense. That's what we need to do. And then like like-
that's not gonna make me feel better at all. I got my
I would. I'd be happy.
Yeah,
I'd be happy.
I would. I'm with Bo. Like
If
if I
the-
see him against
If
a
the
shitty
Jags
defense,
suck
just-
next week, if the
just-
Jags defense
Yeah,
is
'cause the Jags
bad and we can score 4
like if he
touchdowns,
goes
Jags,
out there and
I'll
puts
be happy.
you know
I'll be
3
excited.
something, I'm like okay. So against good defense, you struggle. That's fine. We have to work on that, right? But you
Yes.
go next week and you struggle. You don't score 20. Oh my god!
Yeah, if
bro,
you don't put
I'm
20 on the
gonna be-
Jags defense, I'm in panic mode. I don't know about everybody else, but if you can't put 20, 21 on the Jags, offensive points
At
on
home.
the Jags,
at home.
time to panic. It's time to panic.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna end this recap. You know, bad game. I know a lot of folks are mad in the comments. A lot of us mad right now. But you know, it's week 3. We gonna get it together. You know, but like I said, like CJ said, glad this loss is early. We can learn from it, but we got to see improvement going into week 4 and beyond. Right now, we averaging 18 points a game. With all these skilled players we have, that's very, very, very unacceptable. We average, I want to say 17 points a game with Davis Mills and nobody. How the fuck are we averaging 18 points a game with CJ and all those weapons? So that shit's got to change. Okay.
Slow it. Come on.
So
now.
on that note, Ruben, tell the folks where they can find you from.
Yeah, man, just find me 713 Houston Sportcast as we try to hit 13K by next week or the week after, trying to get there. But looking forward to, talking with, some Houston Texans football soon, boys.
All right, at Bo, tell the folks where they can find you from.
You can find me on all socials at Bo Diggity713. Y'all know the vibes, man.
Kenneth,
Y'all can
messengers.
follow me. Y'all can follow me at Twitter, message_Keno, and Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Kenneth the Messenger. Y'all pray for your boy because I need some energy. I got a studio session tonight, and my goodness, I don't have I'm not feeling excited at all right now.
So you
So
should
pray
be
for
at your best right now.
The round
me.
table
Man,
is going to be
man.
tough, boys. I'll tell you that. The round table is going to be tough.
All
Phew.
right, Matt, tell the folks where they can find you at.
Yeah, A1 Day One Texans be sucking up this loss like everybody else. So yeah.
All right, y'all can find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw at all platforms. We'll see y'all Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. And Matt, you can hit the bumper.
Yo, check it out.